Hello, beautiful one. It's me, your friend, Dr. Missy Hillock, back with another energy forecast for the week of February 8th to 24th, 2026. And I don't know about you, but this last full moon that we just had last week was full mooning. The full moon to end all full moons, if you will. Remember, we're in this really wild time with our collective consciousness and astronomy, planets and stars, and everybody doing things they haven't done in a long, long time. And this end of this universal 9 year, as well as our movement into the new Chinese zodiac year that'll be happening next week. So we're moving from the year of the wood snake to the year of the fire horse. So this week is our last full week, which is in this full moon phase. It was the last full moon of that 9 year cycle and of that wood snake cycle. And remember, full moons are all about letting stuff go, leaving shit in the past. And it really has been a call to surrender, let go, release. Why? Because when we're starting something new, when we're heading into a new phase, when we're stepping into new aspects of ourself, so much of that energy that's old can't come with us into that new version. They're not harmonic. They don't fit, right? They're like a puzzle that doesn't go together. So this week we're moving into, this last full week before this new moon, before the year of the fire horse, is that continued surrender, release, and also looking toward this future time that's coming, this newness, this rebirth, if you will. And think about the wood snake year was all about shedding the skin, letting go, releasing old patterns. I know I've really been called into that in the last week or so of seeing these little tiny threads of things that I thought were like yesterday's news that have come back up into my awareness. This opportunity to look and see where there's this little lingering stuff left to clean up before moving into the next phase. Because the fire horse is all about creating new. Think about a fire being so like alive and bursting and bringing things to life, and the horse being this animal that can run and move, this creation energy. So we're moving into an amazing phase. So if you're feeling kind of low, down, lost, if you're feeling restful, stagnant, all those things, that's kind of how you should feel right now with this last little bit that we're doing before we move into this amazing phase. So let's get into the cards and see what they say. I pulled from three beautiful decks, and the cards really, really amplify the message that I'm sharing with you already. So the first card I pulled is from the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck. And I loved seeing this when it popped up, is card number 2, Taurus, cultivate. I personally am a Taurus. My sun sign is Taurus. And if you know about the Taurus sign in general, not only is it the bull, people think of us as stubborn, set in our ways, but we're also very grounded. We're very earthy. Taurus is an earth sign. So this coming forward is definitely a reminder to get grounded, to drop roots, to slow down. It's really about slow growth. And I love the message of cultivate, because when we plant seeds, which again, think about last week's reading, it was about planting the seeds. It was about that winter garden being stagnant, and then this little movement of spring that's coming, that's going to sprout the growth of what we're planting now. So this is just that reminder again. And look at all the beautiful fruit and blossom and everything that comes from when we have patience, when we do the small tasks, when we set things in motion, and we also continue to tend to them. And it's not about doing a whole lot at once. It's about doing little things consistently and taking care of those things, taking care of ourselves, so that when we look back after days, weeks, months, we go, oh my gosh, look at this amazing, harvest based on these small little steps. So this is really a call to get grounded, drop those roots, anchor in, feel secure in what you're creating, who you are, before jumping into the fire horse energy that's coming, right? So the second deck I pulled from is a Denise Lynn deck. I love all her decks. The Sacred Traveler. And here we go. Unknown territory. Look at this beautiful winter image that's on this card. You are exactly where you need to be. So if you look at the image, you see this fella, he's walking a path, but because it's winter time, everything's kind of snowed over and there's not a lot to tell which way to go, right? And I think we all, when we think about unknown territory, it's like the nervous system goes, eeks, I don't like the unknown, right? That's what keeps a lot of us stuck where we are, is because the known, even if it's uncomfortable, is more comfortable than the unknown. So this is a reminder that we are in unknown territory. Look around at our world. Look around at our politics, our financial system. Everything's changing for the good, right? We have to squeeze through this bad phase. It's got to get crazy enough to where the whole thing kind of implodes and we can kind of build again, right? So this is a message for us as individuals, but also as a collective, as a world community. And this unknown territory has got us all in a tizzy. And this is a reminder that, first of all, we are guided, right? Look at the wise owl there that's kind of overseeing this path. We can look for signs. We can look for the things that keep us moving in the right direction, signs and synchronicities, and know we are exactly where we need to be. So I love this reminder, again, for us as individuals, but also as we turn on the news, as we read the newspaper, as we see a reel pop up about all the wild things going on in our world, that even though it may feel very scary, everything is moving toward our highest good. And sometimes that's really hard to consciously understand because so much in the world doesn't make sense right now. The logic isn't there. But the good news is we don't have to understand it for it to also be true. So allow that to sort of sink in, that this unknown, even though it's frightening and it makes us feel uncomfortable a lot of times in our body, that we are at the end of the day guided and moving in the right direction. And then on the heels of that, I thought, well, let's have some fun. Let's pull some magic in. So I pulled from The Magic of the Unicorns by Diana Cooper. Also love all of her work and her decks. And I thought, again, let's bring in some really high vibes here. So we got card number 19, Cocoon of White Light. Rest in perfect love. Understand oneness. And my goodness, even as I'm reading that in relation to what I just shared about this card, I have such a heart-opening experience right now from this, because the white light in this regard, especially in reference to oneness, is this ultimate divine light. It is the purest, most high frequency energy. It is the light of Christ consciousness. It is the light of God, of the divine, of universal, all that is, whatever you might want to call it. It's the utmost be all end all of pureness and oneness, of love, and just, again, highest frequency energy. And so this is an invitation to really envelop yourself in that, to really be in this cocoon, this phase that we are in right now, where we are becoming someone new. We are becoming a new worldwide community. Things are changing, whether we want to resist them or not. And the good news is, when we come out of that cocoon, we transform. We are transforming into something much better, bigger, more beautiful, and more incredible. And the more we, as the individual, can work on our own light and our own healing and our own ascension, our own expansion, whatever it is, both inward and outward, as we, nurture our own light, then that's how we contribute to the healing of the world, by being our best selves, by taking the best care of ourselves. And so this is that invitation for us as individuals to really, truly envelop ourselves in this loving, healing light. Let it saturate you. Let it help you become and be and shine the light that you're meant to be, and that helps heal the world. And look forward to this amazing transformation that you are going to experience in the coming weeks and months, and that the world is going to experience in the coming weeks and months. And bring a little magic in. Let this little unicorn come in and bring that magic. And this also is an invitation for you to really have a little moment of ceremony for yourself, where you go in, maybe you place your hands on your heart and you imagine this light surrounding you, and you imagine yourself in this amazing cocoon, and you may bring the world into it. Imagine bringing humanity into it, and watching it come to fruition, watching that transformation occur where we emerge and as transformed and even more magical than we were before. So good luck this week as we ride out this full moon energy. Continue to allow yourself to reflect on what doesn't feel good anymore. What is something you feel like isn't a part of you that you don't want to bring into your new reality. Continue to allow those things to move through you and go into your practices to release those. And then we'll see next week what the new moon brings and the new starting on February 17th for the fire horse year. So until then, take great care of yourself. If you enjoyed this message, you can always follow my YouTube channel to get these every Sunday. You can also sign up for my mailing list where you'll get an email related to this message with even more information, and also get my weekly Wisdom Wednesday emails, which have a lot of great things in there too. So hope to catch up with you soon. Bye for now.